This is the Meteor65 by BetaFPV, and it is obviously a tiny little whoop, and it is fun to fly. This is actually different than the other Meteor65 that I've already reviewed on the channel. That was kind of an all-in-one package. This one is different. This has a different flight controller and different software that it's operating on. So it's a little bit different. It's a lot more like a Mobula 6. So the question is this the right whoop for you? Stay tuned. So the Meteor65 is pretty much a standard little tiny whoop. It's got the standard 65 millimeter diameter. We've got tiny little brushless motors through 0802. Now you can get either 22,000 kV or 19,000 kV. And the difference is going to be power, right? This is the 22,000 kV version, and it has got tons of power. It is a fast little guy, but that power comes at a cost. So, it comes with 300 milliamp hour batteries, and you'll get about 2 minutes of flight time with the 22,000 kV version. Now, if you opt for the 19,000 kV version, you're gonna get 3 to 4 minutes, and it's not gonna be quite as fast, but plenty fast if you ask me. So you kind of have to make that decision. Which one are you looking for? Now, it does have a different connector on the back. This is the BT 2.0 connector, and that's both a good and a bad thing, right? The BT 2.0 is a better connector. You get less battery sag, which means it just kind of pulls the power through, and you get a more consistent flight experience. The downside is if you already fly tiny whoops, you probably don't have a ton of those batteries, so you're gonna go out and have to buy a few more. Now this is actually my Mobula 6. I did some modifications. This is the eSheen AE65 canopy on top. It just had a slightly better camera, and I love this thing, right? It's just a blast to fly. It's my go-to tiny whoop. Now, how does it compare to this? Well, they're very similar, right? There are a couple of differences. The flight board on this is a little different. It's got a different shape. Now, I've flown other Beta65s, specifically the Ready to Fly version. That one's different than this, right? This is the full F4 flight controller, customizable in Betaflight, just like the Mobula 6. The VTX on it seems to be a little bit better, but when it comes down to which one of these do you choose, it's kind of hard to say. They're pretty darn similar. Checking in at 22 grams, it's lightweight, it's nimble, it's fast. A couple of different things. It ships with FPV angle mix, which means it kind of yaws a little as you pitch. I think that's how that works. I'm not sure if I like it or not. I have to play with it a little bit more, but it's fun to fly around the house. Which one do I prefer? It's a toss-up, really. I've been flying the 22,000 kV version. I actually put a throttle limiter, so I bump it down to like 90%. It helps me fly a little bit slower, and the battery lasts just a little bit longer. Joshua Bardwell has a great tutorial on that. I'm not going to try and make one because he's already done a great job. It's hard to go wrong with either one of these drones. They're both a lot of fun to fly, especially if you live in a cold weather climate like I do and you need something to fly around the house when there's snow on the ground, right? These are definitely good options. All right, so we're gonna look at some FPV video from the Meteor65. I'm gonna fly around the house. You can see I've got my Christmas decorations up way too early, but they do make for some decent video. You can see the VTX is pretty solid. It's a 25 milliwatt VTX, and I get decent video inside the house. Now I am rocking the Orca with a couple of pretty solid antennas, so that obviously is going to help. Ooh, you'll see I tried that trick where I try to fly between the stools a couple of times, and it takes a little bit of practice. But flying this thing around the house is a lot of fun, especially when my wife is not home and yelling at me for doing so. My kids love it. You can see them chasing my daughter around the house here. She's getting a kick out of this drone. It is fun. It's just fun to fly. Whoops are fun to fly if you're a big 5-inch quad guy, or maybe you're just a DJI Mavic flyer. A whoop is something that I would recommend most people have and fly if you like flying drones, because like I said earlier, you can fly inside. It's going to get really cold, and flying outside is not going to be nearly as fun. So I can fly this thing around the house, the basement if my wife is home, but whoops are something that I would recommend, and this is really a good one. Whether it's this or you go with the Mobula 6, it's hard. Ooh, so close. It's hard to go wrong with either one. And even Emax has some good ones. You know, there's the Tiny Hawk. They have the Nano Hawk that's going to be released any day now. So there's a lot of good whoops coming and already on the market. Oh, so close there. All right, so let's check out. There's another pass. You can just see I tried this stool thing a bunch of times. Crash. Ooh, it is. It just looks so cool. Reminds me of like a scene from Star Wars when you get it right when they're just zipping down the canal or the channels. But here we go. This is a good one. Boom. You know, if you're looking for more info on this, we've got an article on our website, halfchrome.com, where we'll kind of break down a little bit more for you. And if you haven't already been on our website, you got to check it out because we have everything from FPV to photography. When it comes to drones, we've got it all. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And if you're interested in purchasing one of these drones, I'll put some links in the bottom. They're affiliate links. They don't cost you anything, but they help this channel out. Hey, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up. Unless you didn't like it, then give us a thumbs down and we'll do better next time. Hey, good luck and happy flying.